I'm the Director of Arts Justice Field Programs here at the Stella Adler Studio. So what's that mean, right? So what I do is I bring theater to where there's no theater. So I work in the New York City public school system. I work on Rikers Island. I work in drug and alcohol recovery centers throughout the 5 boroughs. And what we want to do is to use theater and the skill set and actor to bring some feeling, some joy, some space for play in a time for our students that is maybe even awful, that's uncertain, that's scary, that's not in a place that they necessarily want to be. And what we do is we bring theater and we bring some laughter and we bring some learning and we bring some opportunity. And we've been doing this for over 10 years, but Outside In is one of the city's first reentry arts programs. We meet every Sunday here at the studio from 12 to 3. We've been doing that for almost 10 years now. And it came because we were doing a performance on Rikers Island, and Tom Oppenheimer, artistic director, announced to the students on Rikers Island, it didn't matter that we were on Rikers Island. You were all students of the Stella Adler Studio. Just so happened your class is in a housing unit. Just so happened your class is in a gymnasium. When we go into our rehab facilities, just so happen your class is in a dining area or a group room instead of a studio. But because of the magic of our humanity and our voices and what we bring to it, it becomes magic, right? It's the magic of theater, and we start creating scenes, and we start creating life. And there's more scenes over there, and it's a really wonderful, joyous thing. If you'll bear with me, I would love for you to introduce you to Tom Oppenheimer, our artistic director, my friend.
Thanks, everyone. I just wanted to thank you all for being here. It's so meaningful to us. We do many things. We have many programs. We have students from our full-time professional program. We have a program we run in relationship to New York University, which is a 2, 3, or 4-year program. We have summer programs, workshops. This program, Outside In, and the entire Arts Justice program is so important to who we are and what we do. It's this program, as wonderful as you guys are, as wonderful as your performances were in the Conservatory program, there's something about the power of theater that reveals itself when it's offered freely to people who perhaps can't afford tuition, but who could utilize it as a means for health, healing, edification, uplift, empowerment, and so the entire program the whole program is called Arts Justice, and it's this re-entry program. It's all the work we do on Rikers Island. It's everything Suzy runs in high schools and middle schools, in drug and alcohol recovery centers, and also we have something called the Adler Youth. I guess I just want to say that it speaks deeply to me because while I've been the artistic director of the Stella Adler Studio for 30 years and grew up in the theater, I had a career as a drug addict, and I was arrested. I was just sitting there thinking, must have been 1987 on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, possession of heroin, and I got taken to the precinct, which is right where I lived on East 6th Street, and then down to 100 Center Street, and then up to a precinct on 19th or 20th, which ironically was right across the street where I lived next. There was a young man that was with me on this whole journey. He was with me on 6th Street, or 5th Street, that precinct uptown, and then we ended up back at 2 a.m. We ended up back at 100 Center Street. He was with me the whole time, and he was sort of looking after me. And at a certain point, my lawyers came, and I was able to leave this holding pen. And he was saying to me, Tom, talk to your lawyer about me. He said, talk to your lawyer about me. And I said, I will, but it was, I didn't understand what I could say or how it would help. And then the guards told him, shut up. And he said, he said, yo, Tom, we know what time it is. Those words, we know what time it is. And he went his way, and I went my way. I ended up here, but I'm so proud to plant this into the soil of the Stella Adler studio. I pray for him, and I thank him for having offered me that inspiration. And I feel in a certain sense that he's part of this too. So whoever he is, I don't even know his name, and to all of you, and to you, Suzy, thank you so much.
Ago, we only meet on Sundays from 12 to 3 for 3 hours. So ideally, we actually only ever meet 12 times. And truthfully, everybody doesn't come to every class. It's just usually me at every class, right? So everybody doesn't come to every class. So you think about, and we also have a cast of over 30. We have over 30 pieces. Everything in the show you will see is original. It's written by the students in the class. It's also written by my students on Rikers Island. And it all based around this idea, this theme of perseverance. You're in part treat. The show is about 60 minutes long. There's no intermission, and then followed by a 15-20-minute Q&A afterwards. Y'all ready?
Yeah!
Please welcome the students of the Stella Adler Studio.
This is my chair, and on it I'll sit. There is no way that I'll ever quit.
Oh my God! Did you see that car accident? Let's go see if someone needs help.
Oh, this is my chair, and on it I'll sit. There is no way that I'll ever quit.
Oh shit! Yo, my dude, they're giving out iPads on the next block for free.
Really?
Yo, let's go before they get brought out.
This is my chair, and on it I'll sit. There is no way that I'll ever quit.
Hey, mister? I think I'm lost. You guys realize, just acutely speaking, how pointless this is? I mean, literally nothing is happening. It is absolutely an exercise in futility.
I don't see you stopping.
You know, so I was wondering, maybe we don't do this anymore. I mean, it's a beautiful day outside, and there's a million other wonderful things we could be doing. And besides, I think we both look smart and attractive.
I see what you're doing. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, you can't persuade us to stop.
What? What am I doing? Look, I'm doing a thing, okay? I've been doing a thing, and I'm not stopping until it gets done, okay? You two decided to join me, not the other way around. So you can either stick with me or walk away now. Either way, I'm going the distance! Going the distance!
Well, I've never been much of a quitter.
Hey, pretty persuasive stuff.
Persevere. It's what I do.
The absolute motherfucking worst of us. A menagerie of offenders from a concrete jungle. Thick as thieves, savages are what we're made out to be. The attire makes my aura fade. Every day washed away. Can't you tell? The melanin in my skin is now pastel. One bad night is enough to fuck your life up, trust. Making plans and God laughs. I guess I'm a comedian. Hindsight of the wrong path. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Nothing but wise cracks. Like my body can't trap my mind, easier said than done. Soft words for hard time. Stuck on the track to the wrong side during the dark night, looking for the light to make vision possible. The problem's always different when we look behind. Happiness fleeting, I feel it in my features, worry on shoulders, somber shades that cover windows to the soul that smile no longer. Owned by the system, known by digits, statistics. The sum of this equation is either jail or prison. Fathers, sons, brothers, uncles, felons, drugs, concrete jungle. In this world meek, woe I speak. One roll of toilet tissue a week. The punchline is, you gotta be shit. First timers to lifers, correctional tyrants, obey what they say, but I'm defiant, non-compliant. To hit means fighting. The punishment seems timeless, with each tick of the clock, naked and crying, in solitary confinement. 2 trays in a sack lunch, so many hours locked down until the day I hear my last name and pack it up, not coming fast enough. So I'm still stuck, trading ramen noodles and a bag of chips for steak cookies and jalapeno cheese nuggets with the actual fuck. The worst of us, a menagerie of offenders from a concrete jungle. Fathers, sons, brothers, uncles. They call yard time. Lock my body, can't trap my mind. As the sun shines on the old and younger, I see smiles by what makes vision possible. The light. I wouldn't do that.
Do what? Win?
I'm just saying. All right. Make it.
Here it goes.
Check.
Whoa. I think you had there. I see what you're doing. I see what game you're playing.
begins.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ultimate showdown of determination. Two rivals, one stage. Let's meet our contestants.
Larry the Legend, I'm here to prove once and for all why I am the most determined person in the world.
And I, Avocado the Amazing, and I'm here to prove that Larry is an idiot.
The tension is palpable, and surprise is bragging rights. Let's get on
Alright,
with the game.
first challenge. Who can stand on one leg the longest?
Easy. I've been sitting on one leg since birth.
Oh, really?
Metaphorically.
Well, I've been standing on one leg since, last Tuesday.
The tension mounts. The crowd goes wild.
Oh, that's it, old man.
What are you morons doing standing in the middle of the street? On one leg.
Easy. We're here to prove who's more determined. Obviously.
Seems ridiculous, but carry on.
A twist. Old man Jenkins has entered the competition.
What? No, this
The
is
stakes have never been higher.
this is between me and Avocado.
Don't worry, Jenkins. You're just collateral damage.
I just want a chai latte.
The next challenge, who can hold their breath the longest?
Let's go back and see who can yell the loudest.
Okay.
I am the champion.
No! I am!
What the frick is going on here?
Okay.
The sound is deafening. The windows are shattered. The birds are flying.
Right. Final challenge. Now, we have the breath the longest.
Bring it on.
Let's run.
Kids these days.
So, this is unbearable. It seems they both lost.
This is so stupid. I'm going home.
I'm still the best, man, in your dreams, alright?
Okay. Who's the winner?
And the winner is no one, because you two, they do spoil each other.
Alright.
The real winner is determination.
Yeah.
And maybe old man Jenkins.
So, what's your sign? No way. I'm a Taurus. Earth sign buddies. So, tell me, what's your worst Capricorn trait? And please don't tell me that you're unforgiving.
Not sure.
You know what they say. About the bull. You can be pretty stubborn sometimes.
Hi and welcome. What can I get for you today?
I'm just gonna get a chai latte and a breakfast burrito.
Yum. And for you? Croissant. Condamné.
Croissant. Croissant. How did you not know that? It's obviously so out of your league. I need my affirmations. Today, I choose to love myself just as I am. I will welcome nourishing energy and wonderful people into my day.
The fuck you will! Not if I can help it.
Radiate positivity, confidence.
Blah, 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 blah.
Radiate positivity,
Blah, blah,
confidence.
blah,
I will radiate positivity,
blah.
confidence.
Blah, 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 blah.
Can you just leave me alone? I'm trying.
You're trying to lie to yourself to make yourself feel better.
Little baby Rock doesn't know how to live without his affirmations.
You think it'll make the hurt go away? You think it'll make the hate go away?
Just stay the hell away from me.
You don't want that. You need me. Because I know you. The real you. I'm the only one that's ever been. I'm the only one who's still here.
Yeah. And how do I get rid of you?
You can't. And lucky for you, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Okay. Get out of here. Fuck that guy.
No,
No? What you said?
you reminded me that you've been there with me through every screw up, every relapse, every bridge I've burned.
Who else could stand by a generational fuck up like yourself? Only me.
Sorry.
Wait, what? Shut up. No.
I'm sorry that I hurt you, and I forgive you for hurting me.
No. Blah, 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 no.
I'm sorry that I hurt you, and I forgive you for hurting me.
You don't want that. You just want to get rid of me.
We're in this together. Hey.
Hey, so what's your worst Capricorn trait?
I guess I can be pretty stubborn too. That's not always such a bad thing.
No, not at all.
No, I tell Kelly I am.
Yeah.
I'm good. You know, just doing some breathing. Yeah, this dude was just doing some yoga with us. Did you know if you keep telling yourself to breathe, that you can actually make yourself do the opposite? Like, you can keep breathing so much that you hyperventilate and die. Man, that's why I never believed in school too much. All they worried about was biology and history, but what we really learned about was how our bodies work. How we can understand our own bodies. We can help them work better. I remember seeing pictures of skeletons and hearing a whole bunch of big words, but none of that made any sense to me. What was I supposed to do with that? I need someone to translate that shit for me. So now I'm in here, and I'm learning how to breathe. I mean, did anyone ever teach you how to breathe in school? Yeah, me neither.
Can we go over the plan again?
We fool the prince into thinking that Maria's from a wealthy family. They fall in love, they live happily ever after, and we are happy.
And how are we going to do that?
All the things you need to rent for the royal ball.
We rented a dress, uniforms, horses, and a carriage. Then we just have to return them after we're done. Oh, and the dress! We're gonna get the most beautiful dress in all the land to be worn by yours truly. And of course, carriage and uniforms for you guys to wear.
4-horse and buggy. Tommy's outside with them right now. There's Tommy.
Why the long face, Tommy? Got your tongue?
I just heard someone crying. It was Ella.
You mean Cinderella?
The girl whose face is always covered in cinder. Cinderella.
Okay.
Tommy, what was she crying about?
Well, her stepmother said that she had to stay home, while her stepsisters get to have the night of their lives with the prince. I just feel bad for her, you know?
It's a shame.
But we can't do anything about it. We have to focus on ourselves.
Well, I was thinking, what if we let Ella play princess for the night?
But I know the game, okay? You can just replace with other prettier, whiter girl.
But Marie, she's not mental about it.
And we haven't? I'm tired of us going hungry. I'm tired of us not having enough. I'm here trying to get us to a better life, and you want to play nice? Like, what does she have that I don't have?
Pumpkin.
Oh, God.
A giant ass, yellow pumpkin in their garden.
What does a pumpkin have to do with any of this?
I've been eyeing it for months. Hey, how much do you think we can invest?
You know, that's not a bad idea.
What? Okay, but how are you supposed to get into our position?
Maybe we can have her roll it to us.
How about we also ask for the mice she's always talking to? You know, they'd be perfect to sell as pets.
How do you get the mice?
She could.
Maybe we can know. Maybe we can ask her stepsister for a pair of shoes in exchange for the pair of slippers.
Whoa, those last slippers, no one would buy them at the market though.
Yeah, because they're uncomfortable. You
Yeah.
try walking in those uncomfortable heels.
So how do you expect Ella to wear?
I think we can convince her.
Convince her how? Magic?
Yeah, magic. We'll stage it and say it's all magic. A pumpkin into a horse and carriage, mice into horses, uniforms and all that, shoes into glass slippers, rags into a beautiful gown. That's us getting her being part of our plan. Huh?
Who's going to believe that? Plus, how do you expect her to get back in time to return everything we're renting by morning?
What if we say the magic only lasts until midnight?
How are we gonna get her to believe it's all magic?
Okay. Close your eyes. Come on, close them. Now turn around. Spin, spin. Keep spinning. Alright. There you go. Open your eyes. Magic!
Please, everything else.
means I win.
Oh, okay. All right, you might have me this time, son.
Yeah.
Ready? Next one. Let's go. Next one.
Sir, you serve. You serve this.
Can he do it? Can he keep the champ from keeping
All right.
his title?
You're doing too much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come on. Oh, man!
Here.
Good night. Good night.
Not Reverend. Sweet baby Jesus Paul! My tractor's stuck! Oh no! I got an idea, y'all! You, and you! Pull? Okay! Hey!
Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm 5'6". Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm 5'2". Oh my god. I could just get this job and all my problems would go away. I can help my mom with everything she needs.
What are you doing? Talking to yourself again?
Oh, Mom, I'm preparing for a callback pack tomorrow.
Oh. Well, aren't you going to ask how it went?
I'm afraid to.
Well, the doctor said if it's back, then I'm going to have to go through chemo again. This will be the third time. I don't know if I can go through this again.
Well, it's gonna be okay, like last time.
You know, ever since your father left, it's just been one thing after another. I have all those offices to clean. What if I lose all my clients?
I'm sorry, I've been really busy with my acting and my music. I'm getting really close.
Close. By the way, have you seen him?
Dad? Yeah, he dropped by yesterday and brought us new winter coats.
Did you tell him Samantha needs braces? This family needs more than a few new coats.
Mom,
Look, I'm gonna need you to get a real job. This catering gig, it's not cutting it.
I can't do that. What about my auditions and going on tour?
Tour? Are you serious? Haven't you been listening to me? I need your help.
I'm getting really close this time. I can feel it.
Close. Close to what? You're not a little girl anymore. You know what you could have done with your life if it wasn't for all this nonsense.
Sorry.
talented. But this showbiz stuff just isn't coming.
Maybe I should have tried harder. Maybe I do need to find a different way. Maybe I'm told it's a good idea.
I don't want you to give up on your dream. I really need you to step up right now. At least until I get through this mess. I'm really scared.
I have an idea. I will help you with the cleaning business and look for more work. You can help me prepare for any auditions I have. It's when I really am close. We can get through this together.
That's my girl. Yeah, together we can do anything.
You got this! You got it, come on! Brothers and sisters, can I get a hallelujah? Again, glory be! Glory be! We're not here to talk about giving up. No, sir! We ain't here to talk about throwing in the towel. We're here to talk about that holy gift of perseverance. Oh, I'm talking about that grit, that grind. That brings you up when life knocks you down. Let me tell y'all a story from the book of stubborn persistence. We had this humble man named Josephus. Oh, humble Joe had a dream. Joe wanted to bake a cake. But the devil himself said, not today. Not today. Oh, Joe's oven was colder than a sinner's handshake. Oh, her flour was full of weeds. And it eggs? Woo-wee! The inside of Joe's well after 3 long days. But did Joe despair? No, sir. He said, I'll heat this oven with a hairdryer if I'm up. That's right. I'll set these wheels out one by one. And them eggs, well, I'll pray over them and call it flavor. And when that cake came out blacker than a moonless night, did Joe give up? No, sir. He took one look at that cake and said, this ain't burnt, it's holy caramel. And what does this teach us, my friends? This teaches us that perseverance ain't about getting it perfect. It's about getting up, dusting yourself off, and saying, devil, you can't have this cake. It's right. So when the world hands you lemons, don't just make lemonade. That's too easy. Yeah. You take those lemons, juggle them, hey now, squeeze them, and make lemon meringue pie. So whatever you do, you must keep going. And when the world asks you why you keep on trying, look it in the eye and say, because the Lord ain't done with me yet.
And to improve my mindset, to improve the way I feel, I try and imagine that it's quiet even when it's really loud. And I try and imagine that I'm alone, even when I'm surrounded by people. But no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, nothing I can come up with in my mind is anything like what real quiet feels like. And I'm excited to feel that again. I go to mental health once a month to talk about it. Once a month. That's all they give you is once a month. But I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta try. Even if I think it's gonna be stupid, I go. And sometimes, on the way to the session, in the hall, it's quiet. For just 1 second.
Two eggs, any style, one
Okay.
Oh, pita bread. Pita bread.
I will. Oh, certainly. All right. How about you?
Oh, I did too. Just salad and white.
That's it? You don't want me to, cut the crust? Certain number of leaves of lettuce on it, or hold the tuna?
Nope.
I don't think that'll be necessary.
Alrighty then. Okay, so let me see if I got this right. You've got a single patty cooked extra well with 3 sour pickles, 2 leaves of lettuce, 1 thinly sliced tomato, top one toasted only with an extra side of crispy tater tots and some french fries. 3 eggs, 3 different ways, scrambled, over easy and over medium. We got a small Greek salad, but it's not a Greek salad because we're taking away the olives, the feta, the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the vinaigrette. We put aside a pita, and just the tuna on the way. How'd I do?
Bravo!
Right back to your
My God.
Oh yeah, you did too.
Nice. Imagine 4 times.
Oh, pretty usual stuff. Except for get this. Someone ordered a tuna on white.
Whoa. Now that's crazy.
Welcome to the Department of Relentless Trying. State your business.
I am here to apply for certification as an official perseverer.
Perseverer.
Yes, that's it, perseverer. You know, someone who soldiers forward when all seems lost, pushing on when everything's lost.
I know what it means. Do you have any examples of perseverance?
Examples. Yes. Just last week, I tried to climb Mount Certain Doom.
Oh, did you reach the summit?
Well, I got halfway up, slipped on some moss, tumbled right into a ravine full of angry badgers.
And
Well, I wasn't going to let that stop me. I built a ladder out of twigs, climbed out, headed off for the mountain again.
did you reach the summit that time?
The summit! No!
I thought it was
Yes, Adler! I did not make it.
And
I went right into a river and was fucked.
then what did you do?
Well, then I made a canoe out of my trousers. And rowed back to shore with a spoon.
Oh, that's very impressive. Do you have any other examples of perseverance?
Oh, yes. There was, get this. I once tried to build a self-buttering toaster.
So?
Well, set the kitchen on fire. The best part is, it launched a loaf of bread through my neighbor's window.
And then?
Well, I rebuilt it, butterier than ever, a lot stronger.
Oh, did it work the second time?
No, it exploded.
Third time?
It exploded again!
Fourth time?
Well, let's just say, my homeowner's insurance no longer covers experimental toasting.
Do you have any successful examples of perseverance?
Yes, I once spent 5 hours trying to open a pickle jar. Didn't get it open, but I did build a machine that launches pickles right right into your mouth, no jaw required.
So to summarize, you never actually reached any of your goals, but you just keep trying and trying and trying.
Well, that's the spirit of perseverance, isn't it?
You're hired. Of the Department of Perseverance. Your office is down the hall, 3 doors on the left.
Where did you go? I'm off to try to tame a lion with a kazoo.
You'll need it.
What's going on here? Come on.
Why are you always so positive?
What?
I haven't noticed.
Oh, come on. Pull my chain. What's your story?
Me? Positive? Look, I don't know if I'm positive. I just don't want to live my life in misery, maybe. I mean, what's the alternative? How do we live this life with endless service, if not with some sort of humility or reason to exist?
Well, I gotta agree. You know, our family in the past, they died doing this. I'm gonna die doing this. And the future generations to come, they're gonna die doing this.
Exactly.
Exactly?
Yes, exactly. Look, what am I gonna do? Pull this Volcker and run, and my life changes no more than if I take some small pleasure in that. Into that. Ah! You got this.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
All right, come on.
Why not?
Why not?
Because there's no A!
Without A, we can't go on.
I don't see it that way.
A was our anchor!
A was our center.
A started us off. A was everything.
No, wait a minute now. A was very important. A was the beginning. A moved us forward. A wasn't everything. A was part of us. And although A may not be here anymore, A will be terribly missed. We will go on. Because we're not alone. We're all part of one. We're all together.
Yeah, it's me. I'm back. New charge. Yeah, man. I was only out a minute, like 90 days. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it, but really, some dudes be coming back in next week. It's crazy too, man. I was out there doing some positive stuff. Then I get caught up in some bullshit. It's all right though, you know. They don't call me no, you know, I asked to be back in this house. You know, school starts in a few weeks. I'm looking to do some programs. I'm not looking for any drama. Because, yo, the look on my mother's face when she found out I got locked up again, it was bad. She was hurt. Disappointed. Not gonna lie, and it hurt me too. And I don't like making my mother feel that way. So from here on out, I'm gonna keep my head down. Do what I gotta do. Stay out of trouble. I'm gonna be noble, just like my name.
Hello, Father. Mom, I think that's way too much beans on my plate. Just saying. That's right. Good, man.
You all right, kid?
Yeah. I'm okay. Listen, let me just apologize, okay? Sorry about earlier. I was just in my feelings. Even in my feelings. Sorry.
So no harm, no foul.
Yeah, but that, damn, you don't let me get wine on you, but I get it. I get what you're trying to do. What's that line you always say?
That no one is going to give you a free ride.
Yeah. Right, get it.
Like I said, kid, no harm, no foul.
Okay. Dad, wait. How's that PlayStation going?
Oh, the one you showed me?
Yeah, how's that?
Oh, I'm killing it. Number 2 in my category. It's just that one girl. Just keeps getting me. Always knows where I'm at. Why don't you let me just get one time. Once. No?
Yeah. What else?
I mean, what does he go by? Diablo, Devil 246.
Ooh.
Y'all done with that? Can I take a play? Yeah, that Devil 246. Crazy gear, quick as hell, always knows where I'm hiding at.
Wow.
But you know what though? I'm gonna get him, yo. That Devil 246, you can get it, smoke it.
Hey, what's your name in that game you play?
Oh, Mom. You were with
both. So, what brings you here today? Oh, fine. We're here because Sam wanted to come. Really? Really? Well, it wasn't my idea. You don't see any problem here? Oh, honey, I see you. Oh, there it is! Let me go in here, dog. Well, first, I'd like to say that champions behave like champions before they are champions. Okay? Okay. Winners never quit and quitters never win! And you miss 100%. The shots you don't take. This is couples therapy, right? 100%. And champions aren't made in the gyms. What does that mean? I want you to put the children in your hearts forever because forever is about to happen right here in just a few minutes. It means you win some, you lose some. Sometimes you wreck some. Oh! That's gonna make you dream, no? It's not whether you get knocked down. It's whether you get back up. Doc, I think you got the wrong idea here. We just disagree sometimes. Yeah. No one's getting knocked down. If you ain't pissed off for greatness, that means you're okay with being mediocre! You know what? Hey, we're not even pissed off about anything anymore, right, hon? Yeah, totally. Things are better now. Yeah. Look up! Get up! And don't ever get up! You start backing away. Slowly. You must acknowledge that your opponent does not expect you to win. Oh, you will never surrender. Weakness will not be in your heart. Sam, I love you. Please be careful. Okay. Who are you? You're a champion. Who are you? You're a champion. Who are we? We are all champions! Why should be okay? I love you. Yeah, okay. And most importantly, never ever forget when the sky is black and the wind is blowing. Ducks! Always fly together! The Mighty Ducks quote? Yeah, I'm looking for her. Okay. We're gonna be okay, right? Yes. I love you too. Oh! Let's never do this again! No! Works every time.
So, this is what it's like. It's what it feels like when you're alone in a way you never expected to be. You start talking to yourself. You start asking yourself, what distracting thought had you gone the other way as you tripped over a stone called fate, remarkably located on a trail you never stepped foot on. And yet, you fall into a chasm down deep into a Hey, I was climbing a mountain. I ended up trapped in a cave. I remember something I heard explorers tell themselves as they set out to understand the nature of the world. God always forgives. People sometimes forgive. And the nature of the world never forgives. I switch from talking to myself to having a conversation with God. It goes nowhere. Time becomes a damning adversary. Days and nights feel like years. My body's all banged up from the fall. I lose heart. I get intimate with mortality. Suddenly, Luna's voice. She's crying out my name. She was with me. She hasn't given up looking for me. I wonder if it's because somehow, in our search for something greater than ourselves, we've been entrusted with an unconditional love that defies fate. In our version of Romeo and Juliet, Luna plays Mary Magdalene, looking for Jesus after 3 days of his burial in the tomb. She witnesses my resurrection. I've waited what feels like a lifetime for her to be who I am. I don't know whether she's me or I'm her. All I know is that I call out her name, and I forget mine. Through this spirit, I make peace with the nature of the world. Everything changes. Time is on my side. In Luna's embrace, I now know. Time is to love what wind is to fire. It snuffs out the small ones, but it fuels the great ones. And this is what it feels like when you're with someone in a way you never expected to be.
Yeah, Martha. Have a seat right here.
Well, thank you. I get a little weak in my knees some days, but I sure do love the fresh air.
Scenery ain't bad either.
No, scenery's doing just fine for itself.
I never noticed how close this spot was to the house.
Yes, sir, it's not a far walk at all.
You've been out here before?
Yes, I have. You're not the only person I spend my days with, you know.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
When did you become so cheeky?
Why'd you become so sensitive?
But now being nice.
I am nice. I just don't like being smothered.
Smothered. Look around you. Is this being smothered?
Well, yes, I feel like you're watching my every move.
I'm not watching anything wrong. But the rustling in the leaves, the gentle ripple of the surface of the lake, the lovely irises surrounding us.
Oh, I'm watching the same thing. Something to stop me from doing such things. Why is that?
Well, you've never stopped. This must be the 1000th time you've sat at this very bench.
Well, if you haven't just made an outrageous exaggeration to make me notice you.
There's nothing to notice, Martha. Just here, getting to spend the day with you.
It is real nice. What made you bring me here today?
Bring you here every day.
Be silly, we just met for the first time near the gazebo.
I meet you there every day. Same time, same place.
Even when it rains?
Especially when it rains.
Then why don't
You always look in my eyes.
Oh, I knew I would find you. I just had to look harder. On the little things, you know.
It's a little. Try not to get confused.
Oh, Charlie. Charlie, we're at the lake. Oh, I love it here. And the irises. Oh, my favorite. Thank you for bringing me here today.
Sometimes your mind can play tricks on you.
Oh, hello. Isn't the lake absolutely beautiful this time of year? Do you come here often?
Yes, this is a lovely place to spend the day. Maybe we could come sometime. Maybe we could come together.
I don't usually spend the day with strangers. Well, you never know what the future holds. Maybe we'll meet again someday.
Maybe we will, Martha.
How do you know my name?
Oh, I would simply say it's a beautiful name. I try to pay attention to the little things.
Why, yes. Little things can be the most important.
Have a good day, Martha.
You too. See you tomorrow, Charlie.
How do you know my name?
I just do. It's the little things, you know.
Yes, the little things.
You talking to her again?
Every day.
Hey, come on. We talked about this. Mom, come on. You gotta move on. This is not healthy for you.
Son, I know your mother is gone. But this is how I move on. Can't wait for tomorrow. There are times when I don't listen to you at all. Closer it seems to feel will withdraw. Contact, making impact. Why does it seem so hard to feel like us again? Oh love, oh where have you gone? I said, where have you gone? Why can't it be just the way it must be? Oh love, oh love, oh love, oh love. Let's go back to the way it was. Oh love, oh love, hold on. In this life, we rise and fall.
We make mistakes.
In this life, we all have a purpose.
But we do not have all the answers.
In this moment, we are living in unpredictable times.
We are surviving the best that we can.
In this moment, we have made choices,
We're all capable of great things.
making
Making
something
something out of
nothing.
nothing.
We're struggling.
But we are not alone.
Sometimes I feel depressed.
Doubtful.
Sometimes I feel stuck.
Overwhelmed.
We're expected to just grin and bear it.
We're expected to just know what to do.
Perfect all the time.
That's not real.
And that's not healthy.
Or
Or even possible, honestly.
How am I supposed to get through any of this? I don't want to give up.
I shouldn't have to act like I'm always happy.
Or
Or
be
be
something
something
that
that
I'm
I'm not.
So what's the answer?
What's the truth?
What's the point?
I believe we can try and
Do better. I believe we can do this.
Come out stronger on the other side.
I think I need to not be so hard on myself.
To be more patient.
I think I need to just relax.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get so frustrated.
sometimes I want to give up.
I know we can
get through this together.
Encourage each other.
Help one another.
We must believe in ourselves.
Have faith.
We must persevere.
Because the point of this life is to keep moving forward.
Right.
Overcome.
To live, no matter what.
And that's why
I'm always up for one more round.
There's a story. There's a time. A young woman who committed a crime. That is, she took the easy way out. Instead of just learning how to shout. She considered life to be a chore. All her hopes driven down to the floor. Year after year seeking rehabilitation has left her feeling nothing but despair and humiliation. Time just passing by like a blur. Cause she couldn't escape the needle before her. Unable to comprehend a life without all that shit she used to help ease herself down. Tired of the endless whimpering. When it seemed like the whole world was singing, who was there to hear her cry? When all she saw was happiness passing by. You see, that her is me. Struggling to see a lion and not just a flea. Is it personal? Is it practical? Or am I just being tactical? Because there's a war we're fighting for in our mind. A purpose too difficult to find. But the truth is, most of us are just blind to the possibilities of humankind. Yeah, how do we see life as a possibility? And not just something we view with ambiguity. We need to keep applying tools, break free, and find ourselves a community. So come away with me. Are you just too oblivious to see that the moment you decide to quit is the time when you most fit? So take a pause if need be, but don't just stop or choose to flee. And you don't have to listen to me, but it couldn't hurt to consider we. Our presence can make all the difference, especially in a world where most of us live in constant self-defense. The practice of perseverance can give our true selves a chance to finally make an appearance. And I can't help but say to anyone who finds themselves struggling from day to day, that if you promise not to give up on you, I promise to keep fighting too. What are you persevering through?
Loving myself. The fact that my mom's Jewish and my dad's Catholic, so I just feel guilty about things all the time.
My job.
My hair.
Here to tomorrow.
Tuesdays.
Marathons.
Over to bumper traffic.
Every single day.
Anxiety.
Fear itself.
Diet.
Living in the States.
Remembering lines. Like that.
Remembering lines.
The truth becoming a state secret.
Ignorance. Acceptance.
Bravo. Good job.
guys, great job tonight. I was entertained from the start to the finish, and there were so many different, there was one central theme, perseverance, but there were so many different avenues that you guys chose to express that. It was really impressive. I wanted to ask Pat, how much did you have to practice for that song that you did? And just how many takes did it take for you to get it perfectly like you did?
Were you watching the same show?
I can't talk anymore. He blew it all out.
Yeah, Eric, appreciate you coming. Patrick, hi everybody. Thank you for the support. This is an awesome show. It's a song I wrote, so it's not so much of but I was surprised with the whole show, honestly, how well this has come together. I don't know, maybe it's just our energies are matching or something, because I think Suzy will attest that. You know, this is my 4th show. This is by the second to last rehearsal, we were pretty much ready to go. And I don't think we've ever been at that point so soon. I think it was last show, it was the last rehearsal, I was like biting my nails, like, oh, what? We gotta do this tomorrow? So, I know it's a politically correct answer, but really, this whole thing is just, I think it's just, the cohesiveness of all of us, you know what I mean? Magic, yeah.
Two things. I can say 2 things? Okay, so first off, hi Erin, you did great, baby. And then also, so you, was your, the scene that you guys did about Alzheimer's, assuming that's what that was that based off of any like real experiences that I
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh wow, so Suzy wrote that, it's, all right, so that's a really interesting question, thank you for that question. When we write these things, I try to like push the limit on what, like if I could think of the saddest thing, right, like if you think of ever, it's like a guy has a wife for 27 years and she forgets him just but for a minute for another 27 years. I thought about that and she wrote that piece to like kind of like embody that and she bodied it. So honestly, like absolutely. So I consider her as my wife. So like I do that scene and I think about like what would it be if she would remember me, you know? And if I could honor her for like the rest of her life by giving her that bucket thing, give her that minute, you know what I mean? Like so, it gets me every time, and I can't like. I love it because it makes me a better actor, I guess. Like when I'm a kid and I think of acting, I'm like, oh, I want to be able to cry on demand, man. That'd be cool, you know? But like it rips you up, bro. It rips you up.
Yes.
Yes, hello, Doc, everyone. Just a question. Anyone can answer from one writer to another. Do you guys prefer performing something that you've written or performing something that someone else has written? Great.
That's my question.
Right.
So I love that question. That's a great question. So there's a piece in this show that I wrote that I didn't touch. Other people performed it, and I love watching all my pieces. But I enjoyed doing them as well. But I really, really enjoyed that piece that I did, the Southern Baptist Preacher Book of Things. So I don't know who wrote that. So much fun with that piece. Like I don't think I've ever had as much fun with any other piece that I've ever performed.
You saw that?
Yeah, just a little bit. But yeah, no, I enjoy the hell out of playing that piece. And I enjoy watching other people have fun with the piece that I wrote. And I don't think I've ever even one of them. I think there's value in both.
Also, we're not the only ones that the scenes are about triple cast at times. So we get to watch somebody else's take on a scene that we are doing. So they connect with it in different ways. That's fun too, watching somebody else do a scene that you're in.
I performed the scene that I wrote know, and it's nerve-wracking, but at the same time, it's really cathartic, therapeutic, you know, getting to get my words out to people and, you know, acceptance. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Tony, hi. I think being able to perform other people's work changes the perspective as an actor. If you get to perform your own thing that you wrote, the focus becomes embellishing it. How do I, how do I make it better than what it already is? And being able to work on somebody else's work, you get to find yourself in it and just be you. The focus becomes, finding yourself instead of having to embellish on what you already know. So I think that's.
I'm gonna do Max and then Aaron.
I was in the Secretary of Government that Tony wrote, and he wasn't in it, but I was doing his part, and it's so great because in the process of doing that, he got to see us perform it, and also give his take and give his notes and whatnot, and it's great. And we as actors found each other in the piece. So as an actor, you get something, and you're like, okay, I don't understand the vision when he was writing this, but then performing it and doing it and rehearsing it for so long, you made something creative out of something that wasn't your words, but you give it such life. And that's amazing as an actor. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate it.
Xavier, did you have the second? Did you ask the second question?
Oh yeah.
Okay, pardon me. That's totally my fault. I don't write. I don't usually write. But
You usually perform published work, so yeah.
yeah, I usually perform like stuff that's already like there. So seeing stuff in the writing process, especially stuff that people performing things they have written, is very inspiring and like very in process, as opposed to like taking up this already perfect finished play that has to be done word perfect. You know, seeing something that's in process and people saying like, "Well, I wrote this," you know, like it's my life. You know, it's much realer and it's more creative.
I was just going to add, some of the scenes in prison are sourced from people that are actually currently incarcerated. So those are really powerful to be a part of. Really privileged to be a voice to those.
Absolutely.
Kelly keeps moving on is one of them, right?
No, that's
No, that's not. It was
Oh, yeah.
somebody moved up.
Jonathan. Jonathan, yeah. It's interesting. Y'all don't know who wrote the pieces. That's so. That's why people really don't talk about it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so that's a great question. Thank you for bringing that up. You know, so that brought up a couple of things. I think one is that, the cast, so this is not the whole cast. The cast is 31 right now. We're going on tour. This is opening night, but we have 8 more shows at 7 different locations. We do matinees, we do double shows on Saturday and Sunday. And we tour throughout different community centers, rehabilitation programs, and we're in dining rooms and group rooms and little lounge areas. So essentially we have this show where we actually put together 9 shows, if you will, and every scene that you see is sometimes, like Sandy said, double or triple cast. So as an actor, as a writer, it's really amazing because you get to see it done so many different ways. You know what I mean? There's not just one right way. And then as an actor, you get to do it your way, but then you get to see a fellow castmate do it so different, and it just opens up to the possibility. It's the same words. It's the same words on that piece of paper, and the freedom, I think, of being able to hear your words expressed so differently, but also to know that you as an individual is what makes that scene. The words are great, the writing is great, the scene is great, but what makes it great is them. You know what I mean? What makes it amazing is the individual and the humanity. And I just wanted to comment too on Nigel's piece, talking about it being like, as a writer, you write that piece, I'm sure you've read it out loud, you may have even shared it with people, but there's something about standing on a stage in front of an audience and having a witness to hear your words and in real time. Yeah, you said that once, like in real life, real time, to see the reaction of an audience to your words and to your life experience and to feel validated by that. And I think that's so huge. That's so huge. Anyone, Alex, what, do you have anything on that?
Yeah, first I gotta say I love you. Every time I see you guys perform, it's like I've never seen you perform before. Brand new. Emma, you're miss you guys. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm waiting to see another performance. Thank you very much.
Yes. Absolutely love that piece. Not sure if any of you wrote that piece or whoever wrote that piece. I felt like you did. Alright, I wanted to know, like, did you take that inspiration from your own development and then push that forward, because it was very powerful, and like I felt it, like I said, I knew it was yours. I was like, I don't really think I know it was you.
Thank you. That's, all I wanted was to be able to connect with one person. It's not like let it have it resonate with even one person. Because speaking on Josh's piece, like it takes a real man to expose your vulnerability. I'm not putting it takes a real man to do that, and at the end of the day, to put it out there in front of a crowd, just anybody, it's a really big thing. So be proud of yourself.
Hi everyone.
More love for Josh, obviously. I'm here too.
So my question I could be to anyone, I guess. So I imagine that some of you have played characters that are very different from you in some way. Either the character you're playing is in a much better place that you might feel like you're in, or maybe the character's personality is very different from you. So I'd love to hear from a couple of you about what that process was like to play a character that seems very different from you.
So, the game that's myself and JR, I'm the father, because I don't know my father, so I can draw in from, like TV and other corny dads that I've seen in real life. people who took me under their wing, you know, so, you know, those life experiences help.
Yeah. So yeah, Book of Cake. Like that Southern Baptist preacher, I am not that loud in front of people, face kind of person. Like, this is my second show. I think Suzy will attest. Like when I first joined this group, it was like very timid. Even last show, like all the pieces that I did, I played very subdued. And to come out here and read that piece for the first time and recognizing it in my childhood, growing up in the Southern Baptist Church, and really making the decision to come out and play it big was something that I don't even know that I had that in me before I found out that I had it in me. So it's, I found out, like I learned doing it the first time big in rehearsal that I absolutely love the piece, and it was a lot of fun to get outside of my normal, quiet, sit in the corner, not talking to anyone kind of person, to like being loud and in front of everybody and telling a story and playing it big and having a good time doing it. I think that it really speaks to our own ability to get outside of our head, out of waking that voice in our head and notice that I'm not this, I'm not that, I can't do this, I can't do that. And just do it and try it and surprise yourself and learn something new about yourself in the process.
To be able to play that character is to also know the other character you're playing to as well. Not just knowing your own lines and your side of the story, but knowing the response that you're given as well really inhabits whatever you're saying, makes whatever you're saying even make more sense, if that makes sense at all. So getting to embody not just that character, but embodying the other character, not remembering just your lines, but remembering all the lines so that it makes sense for you. And also finding yourself in it just makes the process every bit as it can be, honestly. For me.
Yeah, I was gonna expound on what Tony just said. Like every role, we do skip around a lot on our characters, you know. And as they develop, we all kind of bring our own kind of self to a certain character. Like I always feel like give me the thing that's completely not like me. But then I also play, like I wrote the thing about the father and the sons and stuff, and that's literally a page out of the book of my life. Like I have a kid, and we compete like that. He kills me with video games and any other thing that we do, I dominate. But like, you can have one, that's fine. You know, anything else. But anyway, so to see somebody else play that, like it's really easy for me to jump into that role. That's me, man. But when I have to play somebody, vulnerable, or if I have to play somebody like even bigger than me, like I love that, man. There's something about it that makes me find myself in it. You know, like I can see myself. Like I would be honored if, and I hope that never happens to you. I'm not jinxing anything, but if you've ever lost your memory, I would be honored to do that. I'm just saying. It's just what I know. You get what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm emotional.
Lose your memory, so
I just got one more thing. This is for like you, Suzy, Will, Blaze, Emma, Sarah, Aurelia. Like the motivation and energy I bring to the stage is really different. And just coming from my background and experience, it's like a once in a lifetime thing. So I just want to thank you guys. Thank you.
on stage and it just looks effortless. And it looks like nothing because he's a star. Or blazes on through some stuff. And I would love for you to, not for your business,
No,
you
please.
share your stuff. Yeah. I mean, not. Take 60 seconds, but you know, I would love for you to share a little bit about your journey and how you got here on the stage tonight and what it means to you.
I love Stella Adler. I went to Stella Adler. And just really simply, I love to play with people and like be weird. Because that inner demon is so loud, and often I don't like myself. And I think I use drugs and alcohol many people late to escape. But I use the theater to set myself free. And it's flow. I just love playing because I'm not worried about anything else. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. To your program tonight. You can see it's dedicated to a really special man in the science. And in this program, that there's an insert. There's a piece called the science message. And you'd be willing to stand and read this beautiful piece of writing out loud.
Good evening, y'all. Nigel. Let's have a quick moment of silence for Messiah and please. Messiah's message by Messiah Mansley. World, NYC is where I was born and raised. I was birthed in a C-section on March 8th of 2002. Great time to be alive, if you ask me. Always on Time by Ja Rule featuring Ashanti, and Ain't It Funny by Jennifer Lopez were on the Billboard Top 100 list. George W. Bush Jr. was president. People were downloading music with LimeWire. Kids were watching the Powerpuff Girls and playing the recently released GameCube while their parents watched The Sopranos. Rappers wore sweatbands and pop polo shirts in their music videos. My mother said my name came to her in a dream. 3 colored women came to her in white robes, drenched in blood. They handed me over to her and said, his name is Messiah. My family said I didn't say anything as a baby. No goo goo gaga, nada. They thought I was special until one day I started speaking full sentences. I asked my mom, why are we here? And I wasn't talking about location. To this day, I ask myself that question. To realize one's destiny is a person's obligation. Thank you.
Sai was our student on Rikers Island, and the minute Faith and I met him, we just knew that this kid had it. He was a living miracle. His son, his smile lit up the dingy housing unit we were in, and he was just like, yo, I'm right. Let me get a notebook. And let me get 2. And I'm like, all right, relax. And he just came with his notebooks and just was like, yo, I was like, oh, you're right, let me hear something. And he just came and spit some beautiful stuff. He spit some beautiful stuff. And we lost Messiah a few months ago. He was upstate and he this is his aunt who has raised
Hi, everyone. Before I can get into the side story, thank you for having me here. The chair, vaccine, the chair, let me tell you about the chair. Messiah went through some things. Our family dynamic is crazy, and I became mom. Messiah. My 2 boys are only 4 months apart. My natural born was born in July, Messiah is 4 months older. The chair became
my safety spot. I don't leave that chair. It's very hard for me to leave my chair. My corner, my room has become my happy place. So that chair, that opening scene did it for me in ways I was crying. Already. Didn't I say that? That was like me. Who hit the camera in my room? Who hit the camera in my room between the chair and that moment you had? She'll tell you I was having that same moment last week. I didn't want to see anybody. I just wanted to fight my demons that day. And I wanted to like face them straight. So, yeah. Messiah was the most brilliant kid I've ever met. From the moment he was born, he was always a challenge, but just a little fireball. Still can't put it into words. I've had months to describe it, and I still can't. Messiah was just different. Messiah had me, I was 20 years old, and by 6 months, he had me feeling like I was gay next to him. Like, these Nigel just read, Suzy had just asked me to read it. I'm like, when I read it in that voice. That was, Messiah had a soft-spoken voice. And this stories, to go on for days. I just want to read this piece, because it speaks so much on him, and just like, the story of his life. Unfortunately, when Messiah was 19 years old, he was out with a friend one night, and he decided to do graffiti. And he was approached by an unmarked car. 3 officers approached, not all of them were fully uniformed, they never identified themselves. The boys started running. One of the officers dropped his flashlight, which triggered everyone to start shooting at Messiah, saying he had a gun. He survived 27 bullets that night. I was able to nurse him back. By the miracles of God, Messiah was able to walk again, talk, write, have children if he wanted to, use the bathroom. He was a miracle. He was a miracle. And while I was helping him heal, he was pushing me to continue being who I've always been. I've always been that person who wanted to take care of my people. And when I was shutting down, he was like, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. After those 27 shots, Messiah, PTSD took over. Unfortunately, he took 2 lives himself. And I wasn't able to speak to him after that. He was sent to Rikers, where he met Suzy. And later on, he was sent upstate to Mid-State, where he was taken from us 7 days before his 23rd birthday. So it's been heavy. The last 5 years have been insane, and this year did not start off the easiest, but I just want you guys to know you served the purpose today. You helped heal someone today. You spoke words that I haven't been able to put out there. So just, I really want you to thank yourself, pat yourself in the back, do those affirmations. You did that. You ate. You ate. You ate. Leftovers. I'm going to read this. This is a piece from Messiah. It's called Why You Can't Cage a Butterfly. No matter how hard you try, have you ever wondered why? You can always cage a butterfly, but not. You can always cage a bird, but not a butterfly. Because a bird measures its freedom by the sight before its eyes. But butterflies can't really see, so their freedom is in their minds. No matter how hard you try, have you ever wondered why? You can always cage a bird, but not a butterfly. Because a bird was born with wings. It was spoiled by the sky. But butterflies start from the bottom, so it's thankful just to fly. No matter how hard you try, there's a truth you can't deny. You can always cage a butterfly.
You can always cage a bird, but not a butterfly. For as angry as I want to be some days of how my baby was taken from me, you're not my butterfly. And that's what helps us. Thank you all once again.
Who are incarcerated who can't be here, but we have the privilege, like you said, to be able to share those voices. Like you recognize no one, you recognize quiet time, right? Isn't that great? You know, we were there when they wrote that, and it's just an incredible thing. You know, the next thing I really want to bring your attention to with your program today, you got these little booklets. They're called zines. I don't know if you ever heard of zines, but zines are like mini magazines, right? And this is a project we've done for like the last year or so. So my teaching hours, Faith and Emma, we go out into Rikers Island and we work, we take prompts on the theme, so perseverance, and we get them to draw, write, express themselves on what this theme means to them. And then we are able to take portions of what they write. What you see in that booklet is in their handwriting. It's just created with a golf pencil and a piece of paper. And what's really cool about zines is it's on an 8 by 10 piece of paper, just photocopied, and then it's folded. So there's no staples, there's no glue, there's no binding. That means it can go inside. So it's accessible. So these kids, their words are being published. These things are all over the city. They're in libraries, they're in bookstores. They get sent home to their families, their girls, their friends. You know, and something that we really did this time is we connected with an organization called Read and Write Kalamazoo in Minnesota? Michigan. And they are a nonprofit organization that helps to exemplify and amplify young people's voices. So we sent over a packet over there where they did the same exercises and prompts that our students on Rikers did. So when you look at that booklet, folded, when you open it, it's our Rikers students. But if you unfold it, it's on the back, it's all the little people. Like 5 until middle school, high school, right? And so today, in this theater, those kids in Michigan and our kids in Rikers are here. And they get to be witnessed by you. And I think that's really incredible. Thank you for being here. I like to end the show by this always. Like, how many of y'all are performing for the very, very first time ever?